It's nothing like a Saturday night, man, to talk about what we're about to talk about. It's about to go down, man. It's all about prices tonight. And you know it, man. You right on Di-RRec Gaming. The price is right. Come on down. I'm going to change it up a little bit and go ahead and do the introduction right now. Listen, we are honored to come and serve our community the way we come and serve our community. The Xbox community is strong out here. Nothing is stopping us. Microsoft with Xbox is in full effect. Nothing is stopping them. This isn't a doom and gloom channel. So you're not going to get the regurgitation that you've been seeing for the couple of days. This is not a repeater. This is an automatic show. This is breaking news. We do this. There's always something to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody around the world, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you decided to come out here tonight with us. And for that, we are grateful to have you. If you like what we're about, if you're a strong Xbox fan, you're at the right table. You're in the right hood. You're in the right porch. Pull up a chair, grab some popcorn, kick your feet back, enjoy. Listen, if you're a real gamer, you're in the right spot. We salute you. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Never miss a beat on the ones and twos. Remember to leave some comments below, like, share, spread the word. But the bottom line, play some games, have some fun. Now that I got that over with, the number one topic of tonight is prices. Don't you forget, prices. We're talking prices. We're talking prices, people. Prices. We're talking games. We're talking consoles, but we're talking prices, right? Let's get to it.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I want to first give a shout out to my man 30 Below as I do a remix real quick. Shout out to my man Dolomite, the Chat Pat General. What 30 Below, the Chat Pat Lieutenant. I got my man Eli in the building. We about to do this, y'all. Y'all ready for some? Are y'all ready for some fresh air? Because I'm gonna take all the air out the room anyway. And you know, let's get some freshness in the air, man. What's going on out here, man? What's wrong with people out here, bro? What would we not? I mean, can we not think for ourselves? Can you not talk gaming for yourself? Or do you have to wait and look and watch and see what everybody else is gonna say? And then you put a little butter on the bread and you come out and say basically the same thing because you can't think for yourself. Well, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, this ain't that show. We think for ourselves here. So, okay, listen. Prices, right? We're going to talk about prices. We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about consoles. We're talking prices. We're talking price hikes for the consoles, right? But first of all, I thought the console owners were peasants. I thought we were at the bottom of the bottom. So how can the bottom of the bottom get a price hike and all of a sudden prices are a concern in the console space? When did prices ever become a concern in the console space? But wait, it's about to get good. It's about to get good. Shout out to my man Ray Chi out here balling. Just finished 12 in South for midnight. This game is good. Gravity Rush could have been amazing on PlayStation 5, but sadly, Sony's closed. Sony closed Japan studios.
They closed that studio. Yep.
Look, man. Look. We out here talking prices, y'all. Prices. And I want to keep saying the word prices because that stuff is just funny to me, man. Prices? Okay, look. We're talking what? 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004. We're talking 2005, people. We're talking 5 years in with rumors of the next Xbox coming out in 2027. And we're out here talking about prices. That's the first thing I want to say. We're like a year and a half away, almost a year and a half away from a possible console revelation that we all know is going to be more expensive than the current generation. We know, because if it's going to be a leap of a generation, there's going to be some technical leaps and bounds that's going to cost you a little bit. So so what are we doing, right? To all the real Xbox fans out there, I'm talking to you. I don't wait 5 years to get no console. I don't. That's not me. I get my Xboxes as soon as I can. As soon as I can. So I don't wait 5 years to get a console. So if I know right now that the next Xbox is coming out in 2027, what do you think Legal's doing? Resident Spark 1, if I know a console is coming out possibly 2 years from now, what do you think I'm doing?
Saving.
What do you think I'm doing, Rez?
Saving.
Chat Pat, what do you think I'm doing? Thank you.
We already saved. Gamepass. Thank you.
You would have already been planning ahead to get that console right away.
160, 3 games to what? 4, 5. We saved over a span of a year with Game Pass. We saved for a console and we're saving for the handheld coming out. See how they invest and get that money back like that?
Right. Not only do we have a console coming out, but we got a handheld coming out. I'm glad you said that because that wasn't even in my repertoire. So thank you, sir. Thank you, Spartan, for bringing up the fact that not only are we up here talking about a next-gen console, but we actually got a handheld coming out. So we're talking prices? Are we still talking prices? Okay, all right, cool. So since I got y'all's attention on prices, look at this. This is how funny it is out here. I just bought Assassin's Creed Collector's Edition. Ran me about $229. I got a collection. I got the game. $229. All my Assassin's Creeds that I bought, I always buy the top-notch editions because I like the extra missions that they put onto it, and I'm hyped. I like the camaraderie that goes along with Assassin's Creed games. Most of the time, I tend to get the deluxe editions of games just because of the value that comes along with it, the accessibility, the early release dates, so those 5-day releases. So I kind of want to get in there and be an early bird, so to say, and get my hands on a certain type of game if I like it. So paying above $79.99 has never been a question for me. It's never been something that I've tripped out on because we've always had that range from 59, 69, 79, 89. We've always had that range. Call of Duty Vault Edition costs $130. Before even Tariffs was even mentioned, we knew
gaming is just not a cheap hobby, right, Femo? It's just not.
Femo, we're gonna get Femo. Look,
that's the whole point of it. Is the prices have gone up, but it's not much different than what it always has been, right? The industry goes based on the market, and all the companies raise their prices. They've done it since the inception, since the beginning of gaming. It's nothing new. I don't know why people get so shocked by this, but people just like to over dramatize things, especially with Microsoft. you didn't see this kind of reaction when we saw Sony raise their prices twice. Of course, we did see it with Nintendo, which was good. We did see a reaction there, but I just don't know why people are so surprised by this. And it's a luxury hobby. That's what people need to understand. Is it's not something that everybody can afford. Unfortunately, I wish we could. I mean, I would love to live in a world where everybody can afford it, but it's just not something that's attainable for some. And that's the beauty of Game Pass, which we're going to get into later, is the value proposition with Game Pass to make it more affordable. And if you don't have a console by now, I mean, you weren't going to get it anyway, right? 5 years and you're waiting to get a console. You're like almost at the end of the generation. People are upset about this. Don't you already have your console by now? Aren't you already ready and primed for the next generation? It's ridiculous, man. I just think people are going over the top for nothing, because it's like I said, it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's just par for the course for gaming. But continue, Famo. Just wanted to add that a little bit.
Shout out to Carlos Reed. No, you good, brother. Because I don't want you to jump ahead. I don't want you to. We gotta give him a show, because that's too much common sense right there, Rez. We gotta drag it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make a show out of this. Don't end the show in 2 minutes. Really, don't end this show in 2 minutes, Rez.
We got much more to talk about too.
Yeah, we're gonna drag this out, because we're talking about prices. Okay, so we're talking about prices, Rez, in these gaming streets. We're talking about prices. Now all of a sudden, prices are affecting people. Wait a minute, look, let's hold the horses. No pun intended. Let's hold the horses. Just a week ago, I was told I was a coupon gamer. I was a food stamp gamer. I was a
coupon gamer.
What is it? A Salvation Army gamer.
What do they call it? Welfare pass.
Welfare pass. All that stuff. Because legal can't afford games, so he's buying into his gaming subscription. I mean, that's what gaming subscriptions are for. The last time I checked, it's just that Game Pass is so good. Why not? People you don't hear nobody talking about PlayStation Plus. Nah, I mean, not even y'all, because y'all don't support it. So don't get mad because we support our service, because our service has value to it. So that's just too dumb to even try to react on that. Okay, cool. I'll take being a welfare gamer with Game Pass. I'll take that up every day. That does not bother me at all. I'll take that every single day. But what's funny is that now people are complaining about prices. This is the same group of people fronting that told us that we need to support the devs, that buying $70 is worth it, and you're gonna have all those physical copies at your disposal, and whatever. Well, we saw what y'all did for Sony. We saw what you did in a whole year. You did nothing. And we're seeing what you're doing this year. You're doing nothing. So the thing that nobody wants to talk about, that we're going to talk about tonight and give the community something different, is this. There's reasons why people reacted the way they reacted on Sony and on Nintendo. The reaction on Xbox is just fake as shit. Let's just keep it 100. The reaction to Xbox is just fake. You can look and see right through people. They're just putting something up for a headline for Xbox. So we're going to get down to it. When Nintendo Switch came out, and they told us about Nintendo coming out this year, which was last summer, when they told us that they was going to put it out this year after a direct show, right? And they followed through. The price that they had for the Switch 2 was already in the books. They didn't just come up with that price after the show. I mean, are there any intelligent gamers out here anymore? Does anybody really think that Nintendo came up with that price right after the show? Of course not. They already built the console. They already saw what it took to make the console. That's where the prices come from. Okay. So when they basically give you the same damn console, with some upgrades to it, making their games $80. This wasn't even about tariffs then. This wasn't even about tariffs then. Sam Chess Gaming, what's up? This wasn't even about tariffs then. And you had the reaction that you got. Because people was like, okay, you know, they want to raise it up an extra bill and say, you know, well, okay, we can get that. We you know, and Nintendo's trying to come into the grown man realm now, get into the grown man ring. They're talking about $450 to what? $500. So they want to get into the grown man ring, right? But they still want to act childish. But no, Nintendo said, nah, man, you're gonna pay $80 for this Mario Kart. And people don't get it, right? They don't get it. Nintendo's lacking innovation, lacking substance. So their price is going to have to come up because they're not getting it from their service. Their service is weak. Their service really don't offer value. How do I know? Because I have a Switch and I've seen the Nintendo online. It's not that fabulous. It's not that fabulous.
They have the least amount of subscribers of the three, too.
Of the three. There you go. Nintendo has the least subscribers of the three. So when you add up all of that, and we saw what they brought to the table, they was judged accordingly, people. They were judged accordingly. Wasn't talking about no tariffs. But we said it. But we said it on Di-RRec Gaming. Yo, look, they dropped this price, right? They see the reaction, right? What did I say, Rez? When they started pausing the pre-orders and everything because of the bad press. I said, Rez, they're going to pause it. They're going to wait for the verdict of the tariffs. Then they're going to come out and say the tariffs. Look, the very next day, what did Nintendo say? No, the prices wasn't based off of tariffs. They said it, not us. They said it, not us. About before the week was over, Rez, while Sony was spying, telling their fan base, what did y'all think about the Nintendo show? Right? Before the week was over, Nintendo comes back out, blames the tariffs. You can't make this up.
Yeah, they're just using it as an excuse because if people paid attention 2 years ago, they were already testing the waters with Tears of the Kingdom because they charged $70 for it, which they've never done before. So they've already been planning to raise the prices. It just they wanted to use the tariffs as an excuse. Yep.
I'll be honest, like as time goes by, tech progresses and things become more expensive to do. So this is another, you know, I'll be honest, they're sitting out there, all these chips that they're making, cost per chip, per shipping, per putting it in a that tray that they make that could hold 100 computer chips, right there costs. And each computer chip in that little hole costs to put in with that robotic arm. Everything costs.
Spartan, we can't use common sense right now, Famo. We got to stress this show. you see how easy this is? Like, the show's already over from what y'all two just said. There's really nothing else to talk about. But we're going to make things interesting since everybody wants to act like they don't understand what's going on. So we're out here just to have some fun tonight. Okay? We're talking about prices. Okay? So when Nintendo got judged accordingly, Nintendo blamed it on the tariffs. Next on the board was PlayStation. Now this is where it gets funny. PlayStation comes out, everybody, with the PlayStation 5 Pro. Now notice I went to the PlayStation 5 Pro. PlayStation 5 Pro didn't come out when there was any tariffs. Did it? Did it, everybody? This console is $800. $799 for the PlayStation Pro. Am I making it? Spar 117. Am I wrong?
We are right.
Resident Gamer, am I wrong?
No, sir.
Chat Pack, am I wrong? $799. Where was the tariffs at? When they broke down the PlayStation 6, well, the mini PlayStation 6, the PlayStation 5 Pro, they broke it down and they opened it up. What was in that console that was next gen, super tech? What was super techy about the PlayStation 5 Pro? The answer is nothing. Nothing.
Kickstands.
You listen. Nothing, people. Nothing. And on top of that, there's no quick resume. There's no nothing. There's no nothing. But the console got a visual upgrade that it couldn't even sustain itself on. It was underperforming. You can't make this up. It had
No
bad
disk
press.
drive.
Bad press.
Yep.
You had the donkeys out here going out here trying to buy it like they. You know what was funny when the donkeys were buying it? It reminds you of deer hunters that would take a picture of a 4-point deer. You know, they were standing with the PlayStation 5 Pro as if they were holding something spectacular. You had a 4-point deer. That's what you had. You had there was nothing exciting about it. Shouts to my man Other Zinc in the building. Nothing. There was nothing. And to this day, there is nothing. Nobody even talks about it. But it's $799. We're not talking about tariffs. These things happened before tariffs. Where was all the hubbub, bubs? Where was all the hubbubs at? Y'all were trying to make cover schemes for all of this malarkey. Y'all were out here with all this baloney, trying to make cover schemes up for it. And it remained garbage for so long that it didn't even sell. The PlayStation community don't want it. So then it fades to black. And you don't even hear about the PlayStation 5 Pro anymore. Lo and behold, Donald Trump, our president Donald Trump, concocts something up in his brain. Let's just do it. Let's just have a massive terror war around the world. Let's show everybody what America is made of. We're going to make America great again. America, we're going to use a term that's already borrowed, an old term that was from the 80s. We're going to use that in the year 2025. We're going to flex our muscle around the world with tariffs. If you don't know about tariffs, you're learning now, aren't you? You're learning now. See, when you implement tariffs, you the consumer loses. These corporations ain't gonna pay for that tax. They gonna make you pay for that tax. And it rolls downhill straight to the consumer. So me and Residents were talking about this before the show, right? And I want Resident to read a little article that he found, and he read it to me. And I said, "Oh no, keep that on the show, Raz. If you still got it, I would like for you to read what I told you to hold. If you need a few minutes, let me know."
Yeah, give me a sec. It was actually I asked Grok. I don't know if you remember, or Gemini, the AI.
But did you lose it or did you take a picture of it?
I'm gonna ask it again. Hold up.
I told Rez to snap it. But anyway, it may not even give you the same answer now. But anyway, it was funny because what it told Rez was China taxed us back, basically tariffed us back, right? And not only on consumer goods, not only on food, but the tariff that China would implement on us would affect our electronics as well. Because for those that don't know where our mighty electronics come from, our consoles come from, they're made in China. And so to get it over here to America, it's going to cost the corporation more. And what the corporation is going to do, people, is tax it to you. They're going to raise up that price, right, to offset the tariff costs. You're going to pay for that. That's how it works. I saw a lot of idiots. And then I saw people just being super ignorant superheroes out here. I saw the comments. Microsoft, a lot of people want to blame Microsoft's momentum. If you thought that Microsoft was going to get away with price hikes, then I don't know what, you living in a cave, you living under a rock. Nothing is going to get around that. Microsoft, Donald Trump signed that bill of tariff over. It was going to affect all corporations. There's nothing that they can do about it but take that hit. Prices go up. For those that don't know, Microsoft and Donald Trump's been going at it for years, since about 2016. Does anybody think that Donald Trump bringing up tariffs is something new? I mean, he's our American president. What did you think he was doing in his first term? A lot of the corporations were upset with him because he was wanting to do tariffs back then. I mean, look, y'all can be stupid for the sake of clicks and views, but like I said, we're a 100% gaming channel over here. We don't regurgitate. So on this end, Microsoft's going to lose. Basically, everybody's going to lose. I'm going to lose. Spark 117 is going to lose. Resident Gamer is going to lose. The chat pack's going to lose. If you like gaming and you in 2025 and you want to buy a video game, buy a console, or buy a PC, buy anything you want to buy electronic, you're going to lose. This is why tariffs are not a good thing, because the consumer always going to lose. Always. Always, people. So we're talking about prices. I mean, y'all were out here flexing that y'all had all this money for the last 13, 14 years. Wasn't it y'all out here talking about how many consoles y'all own? Oh, you're not a true gamer unless you own all 3 consoles and a PC?
I would gladly pay $80 to $100 for a game.
Don't make me pull up. Don't make me pull that. All right. Since you want to go there, I'll be right back. Rez, here's the mic, man. Take it over, bro. I'll be right back.
Yeah, so a lot of people like to say that it's not the tariffs, and it is. In some ways, it isn't. Mainly, though, a lot of it is cost of development. A lot of it's supply chain, other factors.
Too. Yeah,
but
it's an all-in-one factor. Plus, we're gonna get enhanced technology. The tariffs are gonna be a little bit of a cherry icing on the top of the pricing, but I'd say let's alleviate at least like $50 to $70 off the price of the console. That'll be the tariff if I come correct.
Yep. And there's one other big factor that people aren't considering. A lot of gamers nowadays aren't hardcore gamers. They're not like us. They're not buying every new game that's coming out. They're actually only buying according to, I know a lot of people don't follow gaming reporting and analytics, but there's a guy named Matt Piscatella from NPD Circana who reports on game sales and forecasting every year. And he's basically bluntly said that about 15 to 20% of the gaming market do not buy more than 1 or 2 games a year, and they just play the same game or 2 games all year. So the game developing companies aren't making as much money as they used to be because a lot more of the market share, they're not buying more games. They're not buying the new games.
Them now, Resident.
So they're trying to make up that difference by charging their existing base more money for the same games because they're not getting the return, the ROI that they used to. Because, you got a lot of casuals out here. Not that's a bad thing. I mean, nothing wrong with casual gamers. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, there's not as much of us anymore, and the pie, the bracket, the square or the circle is shrinking more and more every year. So that means that they have to push on their costs somewhere, right? They're not going to keep charging the same amounts because they're not.
But Rez, that's in a world where tariffs are not the bully situation for this. That's in a world where, see what I'm saying? We're talking about something that we can't talk about right now because that's a world that's not forced into anything. That's why I started off like I said. Nintendo and Sony had prices up for what? There wasn't no reason to have them up, right? But we're talking about prices today. So let's just go back in time, right? Not too long ago back in time. But let's go back and let's listen to what some people had to say about prices. Let's listen because you guys be passing this stuff around to me. Listen, I'm not the guilty one. I'm just the messenger.
Transactions, maybe not so egregious as some people are complaining about the DirectX document, which is a little bit over the top because you didn't have to buy those, but you can all do it in story. Anyways, the point is they're going to find ways around that $70. And I understand what Bar is talking about. You get some of those games, you're like, you know what, I would have paid $150 for Last of Us 2 because I played it 4 times. Right. I platinumed it twice, and I'm going to platinum it a 3rd time. You know what I mean? So, those are the kind of sorry, I only did that one twice. I was thinking.
Bad example. We bought that one actually 4 times. So go ahead.
No kidding. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So I understand how they're doing that stuff, and that's where these remakes, these remasters, and all that other stuff comes from. It all comes from the same place. And I see what Ibarra's talking about, but in the end, it's nonsense. Never got it.
3 costs $100. I'm still buying it fat. So shout out to Silent Murky, doesn't care. He wants to, I'm definitely not putting that on you, Persona, but like you were saying earlier, you were saying you don't mind to purchase a game that you love and adore to play. And I'm right there with you.
I think most people will. I think most people are willing to pay the money. Like Sean Layden, when he left, was correct. Like he said, something has to budge, either the size of the budgets or the prices. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be the prices. And I'll tell you what, I'm not going to stop gaming for a $10 increase. I may bitch about it, but none of us are going to stop gaming, and they know that. So it's what it's going to be. In my opinion, it's going to be.
Most people won't stop gaming if there's another increase. Like a lot of that stuff that you see on Twitter it's exclusive to Twitter, because in the real world, the numbers don't lie. Because when you're looking at all these financial reports and best-selling games of every week and all this other stuff, people are still buying. Consumers are buying games like they are.
I would gladly pay $100 for a game. I go to a fucking movie theater. I spend $80 to watch a 2-hour film. Right. Nobody wants to spend more money. Nobody's like, you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to spend fucking that extra $20 and that would make my life. Nobody wants to do that.
Okay, people. So what should we say? The streets have spoken. So you got people out here that are comparing game price hikes to $80 movie tickets for a 2-hour show. People are they would gladly pay $100-something for video games. So my question to y'all is, no. Don't change your countenance now that we got you. No, y'all were the one out here with your guns. Y'all were the ones out here wanting to play the cock-a-doodle-doo role. Oh no, Microsoft is on a roll, but up. Microsoft hit rakes. Come on, y'all. How did Microsoft hit a rake? Gotta make sense out here. How did Microsoft hit rakes? It would have hit a rake if Microsoft did what Sony and Sony with PlayStation and Nintendo did for the Switch 2. That would have been a rake move. But the last time I checked, Microsoft was the last to report a hike, and it wasn't their hike. So what are we talking about? This is not a Microsoft hike. This is a tariff hike. Y'all not know the difference? Do y'all not know the difference? That's just like complaining about gas going up on a normal day. That's one thing. But then y'all act like you don't know why gas is going up when we're at war. This is the stupidity of the social media trends in gaming, unfortunately. We go high and low, right? One day we're the best business analysts, insiders that you could ever know, right? On social media. And then the very next day, we're duller than rocks. And that's an apology to rocks. You know, we act like we don't know what the hell's going on. One day we hot, one day we're cold. But not here. We love it over here on Di-RRec Gaming. See, we love to do what we're doing right now. It was y'all that was out here talking about y'all pay $100-some for video games. So what are we talking about? Oh, I'm not going to stop gaming if it's $10 more, if it's $80. I'm not going to start gaming. I'm not going to stop gaming. You know, I know there's some truth to that with me, because gaming to me, I've been saying this forever, is an investment. It's an investment. You got people on social media that want to tell you how many games they got, and they trophy hunters. They're not even beating video games. And they'll show you their room, and they got a bunch of damn video game cartridges in their room, in their living room. You walk up to the house, that's their furniture, video game cartridges. Not one damn disc they show you. You look up their achievement, and they got 10,000, 12,000 bronze medals. Look, that's y'all's fault who you deserve to listen to. I'm not here to talk about who you listen to. I don't care who you listen to. Just don't come around these streets playing stupid around us. We don't play that shit here. You want to play stupid, you go on social media and bounce around with that regurgitated bullshit that everybody's doing, like they don't understand the business. Look, and we're going to keep it real. Nobody over here is applauding for price hikes. We got to go there, right, people? Because we know how sensitive gamers get. Nobody on Di-RRec Gaming is co-signing for price hikes. But everybody here on Di-RRec Gaming understands that tariffs have been implemented. And the unfortunate results of tariffs are price hikes. They go hand in hand. So no, just the other week, Legal bought the Assassin's Creed Shadows Collector's Edition, $229. I think today, Legal can buy 2 more $80 games if he wanted to. That's not going to bother me, because guess what? For all these Xbox fans out here that are worrying about a video game costing $80, don't you have Game Pass Ultimate? Don't you have a back catalog to do? Why are you worrying about a damn $80 price hike? Why are you worrying about a $100 price hike? Don't you already have an Xbox? Don't you got a back catalog? Aren't you subscribed to Xbox Game Pass? So why are you running your mouth? If it's only one game that you like, Go buy it. It's only $80. Don't you have a job? Look. Aren't these the same clowns that talked about, oh, he lives with his mama in a basement? Look at all these terms. See, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. I'm going to love next gen because I think a lot of y'all don't even have current generational consoles. A lot of y'all just doing this. And next gen, we probably won't even be seeing y'all. That'll be a good thing, though. A gaming community with real gamers instead of frauds. Because ain't no real gamers shook about nothing. We already know that gaming is an investment. You already got to get prepared. You don't think I ain't get prepared for the next Xbox? You want to talk about prices in the PC community? Go over there and cry to them about prices. Prices to the PC community. Prices. They over there buying 1,500 graphic cards just to half-ass do 4K 120. And you over there talking about prices? Come on, man. Come on. Look, y'all want me to read something out to y'all about the PC community? Let me read this out. I think I even posted about it, but this is some funny stuff. Let me see if I got this. Oh yeah. Just in case, we've been beating up the console right now, but let's beat up on PC too, because you know they think they invincible. But look, yes, PC graphic cards are likely to experience price increases due to tariffs imposed by the United States. Notice it said by the United States. So just when you thought, oh, you saw enough crying, let's see how they're gonna act. When those graphic cards are $2,500, $3,000. Let me see. Where did I have that at? Let me go on Twitter X. Let me go over here for a minute. Read this off. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? This stuff was funny. Here we go. A PC capable of locked. Notice I said locked. So that's a native 4K and that's a locked 120 hertz. When we're talking about gaming on PC, especially on demanding titles, will require a high-end build. Expect to spend at least $3,000 to $5,000 or more for 4K 120 lock. We talking about prices. We're talking about prices, and they asking for $3,000 to $5,000 for 4K 120. We talking gaming, people. We ain't talking about down payment on cars. We ain't talking about paying off debt loans. We ain't talking about sending your kid off to college with some dope. We ain't talking about, oh, you know what? Let me go just grab me 3 bands, 5 bands. We ain't talking about that. We talking video games. We talking spending $3,000 to $5,000 to play a video game. And you got people out here on social media talking about prices. Talk about $80 video games. $80. But all we keep talking about, all we keep hearing is, oh, PC Master Race. But you ain't met one. Not on Twitter X, you ain't. You haven't met one. You ain't met one to show you no 4K 120 anything. No screen that's 48 inches. The rig itself, 2,500. Notice, because it said 5,000. I ain't seen one of them. So until I see one of them, I don't pay none of them no mind. None. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to have next gen. Lord's will, if I live to see the day, I'm going to have another Xbox console at my disposal. I'm already have Gamepass loaded up. See, I've been investing on Gamepass since it came out. I got 2028 invested. What are we talking about out here? I thought I was talking to Xbox fans. Don't let me find out I got centaurs on Di-RRec Gaming. All of a sudden, they don't understand what they, like realists would say, they don't understand why they Xbox fans. Don't let us find out What's going on over here, resident? What we doing over here? We talking about prices? What we doing over here?
You know, famo, people just looking for something to bitch about when they're going to end up paying that price anyway.
We're over here talking about prices, y'all, in the Xbox streets. Everybody's sitting up in here fronting. We just like to front all the time, don't we? It's good to front and act like we don't know what's going on. But look, Xbox is selling out. Also, our games aren't going to go up to the end of this year. So you're still good for long periods of time. If you already have an Xbox, you shouldn't even be talking. You're set, right? I mean, I met an Xbox fan that bought an Xbox prior to and it's not set. Who did that? I mean, I don't know, man. That's not wise. You know, if you're not stocked up on Game Pass, I don't know what you're doing. You're half-assed. You're a centaur. You don't take Game Pass seriously. I mean, we stacked up. We years on in on Game Pass, as you should be. It's the best value in gaming. And notice, Game Pass isn't going up. Game Pass is holding on to that value with an iron fist. PlayStation Plus went up. Dog shit. That's just more shit on top of dog shit. That's PlayStation Plus. There wasn't no reason for it to go up. No reason at all. That's
Twice.
Twice went up. Twice it went up. What are we talking about prices for? Game Pass has mass appeal out here. You can't make this shit up, Talos Free. This is too easy, man. What are we doing out here, bro? And what are we talking about? PlayStation Plus went up twice before tariffs. Before we can use tariffs as an excuse. What are we doing out here, Talos? Listen, y'all help me understand. Rez, Spartan, Chat Pat, help me understand. Help me. Somebody please help me. The stuff that I'm talking about was going on before the tariffs, before tariffs could actually be used as an excuse. So what are we talking about?
They bump their heads. That's the problem. They keep going on this vicious cycle. They can't fathom the fact that Xbox has won. We're selling out. PSVR 2 it crapped out. PlayStation 5 looked like a crackhead. They came out with the PlayStation 5 Pro, turned it into a prostitute. PlayStation Plus has no games. It's either you support a remake, remaster, multimedia streaming machine and play Xbox games on it because you got nothing else to play. Yeah, man. Or you could watch Di-RRec Gaming or Rez if you have a YouTube. Them play games, chit chat. You guys throw on your YouTube. Sony fanboys could watch us play games. That's yeah. We're speechless, man.
They got nothing else to talk about over there. That's why they're talking about Xbox. They're always talking about Xbox.
PSVR 2 is done. It's gone. No, nothing, guys. That was
canceling studios, canceling games. They even canceled a PS6 game already.
I even go to the mall where they have VR gaming. It's busier than ever. None of them have that PSVR. That flop, man. That's at least $1 billion investment plus the product that they made in the factories. Imagine the stockpile of that PSVR 2 in the factory.
No, man. Shout out to Assassin's Creed Shadows, man. I beat it today. Shout out to Resident Gamer for beating Oblivion today, man. We over here gaming, y'all. I mean, this is
Oblivion remastered made 4 million, and Astrobot barely even grazed the million. Look how crazy our remasters are. The Last of Us
in 1 week.
Rez, our Oblivion 4 mil versus the Last of Us
demo game. Oh no, I'm talking about Astrobot.
How much did The Last of Us remaster or whatever director they put out? How many sales did that make? If anyone knows, I just want to compare it to this one that we just dropped for 4 million. Did any other remasters or remakes on PlayStation ever hit 4 million for? And was it for free?
No.
That's a slap in Sony's face, bro. We're coming out with a game and it hits 4 million.
Man, look,
You're coming out with a game. They sell it to you that don't even hit 100,000.
Spartan, Xbox has already made PlayStation Xbox, bro. They ain't. We're not even gonna waste our time on that either, man. We done been barking up that tree. That situation is that situation is unfavorable. PlayStation 5, there's no PlayStation 5. It's Xbox.
Yeah.
You either have a real Xbox or a fake Xbox. The fake Xbox is PlayStation 5. Real Xbox, the Xbox Series S or Xbox Series X. That's it. PlayStation, there's no PlayStation. It's Xbox, okay? Xbox is keeping PlayStation alive. There's only a Nintendo and Xbox. That's it. And Xbox just got a GameCube put on it. So now a little bit of Nintendo's becoming Xbox. I told everybody this. That Xbox is the ghost. Did I not say that, chat pack? Been saying it for years. All Xbox cares about is a host. It just wants to get in. That's it. It wants to possess you. While you dummies are sitting down here talking about exclusives, talking about being in a kennel, being in a box. Xbox is outside the box. And it's jumping on any screen. It's taking any form, any shape, and saying, you an Xbox now. It's becoming like Windows. It doesn't matter where you at. It doesn't matter. You like Mac? You like Macs? You like MacBooks? Okay. Windows are on MacBooks. That's how we roll around here. We don't care. We're going to meet you. See, Microsoft's been on this we meet you where you at policy for a long time. Y'all just been sleeping on Xbox and Microsoft. Y'all been sleeping on that method. But see, now it's getting more apparent that they're just going to meet you where you're at. You want to be stubborn? Be stubborn. Send that package down there. I dare them to open it up. And they're not just going to open it up. They're going to taste it. They're going to like it. And they're going to want more. They sat there in clown field for talking about we're going to put 4 packages out in these streets. We're going to put 2 over there, 2 over there, man. The Xbox community, the PlayStation community ate up Sea of Thieves. They still playing it right now. They playing Sea of Thieves. They playing for us. They're playing our old games. Look, this is how stupid it is. They're out there acting as if, again, they got something to talk about. They holding up that they pre-ordered for Forza Horizon 5, right? But they got a 4-point deal. They got a 4-point deal, resident. They don't have nothing worth shit. That game is up. Bro, Microsoft did a favor and did something special by putting something to do in that game and put new achievements in that game. That was for PlayStation fans. That wasn't for us. That was so funny. So now we can go back. Rams, we can go back and play some Forza Horizon 5 and get us some achievements and then get right back off of it again. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. You can't. Y'all think we're going to come out here and make a 2-hour show at prices? Now, look, we've been on a roll. We've been loving what we're doing, but we ain't going to make no 2-hour show out of no prices, y'all. Not what we already got word in the streets that people have no problem paying $150 for video games.
You think this will be good for Game Pass fam? Well, I think this will make it more appealing because people are like, all right, well, maybe I should try Game Pass now because I don't want to pay $80 a game, because I think. Wait, hold on. Let me cook. I was gonna say for most of the price increases. Okay. I was gonna say for most of the price increases, nothing's gonna change. People who are buying $70 games before are going to keep buying $80 games, and people who weren't buying $70, $80 games who are waiting for a sale or like a secondhand buying it used from someone else, that's not going to change. I think what is going to change are some of those people in between, or even maybe some of those people who were buying those expensive games be like, okay, well, I can get multiple $70, $80 games through Game Pass, and I only have to pay one price. You know, if you're paying for a year, that's only like the equivalent of 2 games, right? And you're not only getting those new games, but you're getting the back compact games, and you're getting the hundreds of other smaller games on top of it. So you're getting more than your value's worth. So I think it's going to pull more people to Game Pass because it's going to become less appealing to buy games new. What do you think?
Yeah, man, makes sense to me. Makes hella sense to me.
The three tiers that we have, the 3 tiers on Game Pass that we have, it's perfect. The first tier, you pay what, $10, you get 25 to 50 quality games, chosen games, and you get multiplayer. And then another step up, you get all the Game Pass current games that you have, plus multiplayer, and a few other things. And then the ultimate.
Then EA. Yep.
Then you got ultimate day one game releases, perks. You earn Game Pass for free playing games with perks. Okay, I don't want to hear excuses from anybody.
That's true.
You could go earn so much money. You could get $5, $10 cars by earning points and get your free 5-day access with that $40 Call of Duty add-on that they give you, the bundle upgrade.
Sony fans would like it too because you get free movies through the perks too, and they love movies.
Japan.
I actually bought my SSD. I actually bought my SSD through Microsoft Reward points. Actually,
there you go.
I didn't pay for that. But look, you're right. When you think about the value, right? When you think about the value, people buying Xbox, and I'll even go as far as to say this: the industry making only this gen games, that's helping out now as well for all consoles, whether it's Nintendo. Well, let's just keep Nintendo out of that because ain't nobody. Let's just put Nintendo over there. But for PlayStation and Xbox, games like the new Madden, that's going to be next gen only. Nintendo is getting it. Come back over here, Nintendo. You are getting some kind of love tonight. You got your Maddens, you got your hopefully you got your 2Ks, your FIFAs, all of them. I hope all of them are this gen only. We got Grand Theft Auto 6, only this gen. I think that's also going to help console sales, and that's good. I mean, for these
they definitely catered to the late bloomers, the people. Yep.
So this is but we spoke about this before. This is the last surge. This is and even though you might think this is something, this is not new, people. I'm gonna break it down again. The consoles have 3 to 4 eras. Okay. The first era of day one buyers. No matter what, they're there. They want to be in the lines and want to get something day one. Then you have your I'm going to wait and wait to see what kind of games they come out. I need an extensive library before I buy the console. If there's any defects or anything like that, so I'll give it a year or two and then I'm going to buy. You got those. Then you have your procrastinators. Your procrastinators come within the 3rd to 4th year. They were always like, you know what? My game ain't came out yet. They're just holding off on the last gen because that game that they played on last gen just probably ain't came out yet on the new generation. And they're just waiting for that. And that's what's going to make them come over. So that's within the 3rd to 4th year. The 5th year and up, those are your late bloomers. Those are the ones that now they just want to get a console. Now, because a lot of their games that they had on the last gen are fading off. So now they got to get a console. This is how it's always been. So as a company, you don't just stop with your first two definition of gamers. You finish out your 5-year run, and you know the type of customers that you're going to gain each time. You know it, so you prepare for that. That's why when a console is about to come out and it's fresh, they throw so much out in the market. They'll throw 4 or 5 million units out, because they know at least 3 million is going to buy it day one, at least. Sometimes 4 million. That's why they do it. But that's going to help things grow. And when you look at if these games now being because of the tariffs now, Microsoft looks good because it never made prices whack in the first place. They didn't just purposely make their price high for their gamers. The reason why Xbox is having a price hike is because of tariffs. If it wasn't for tariffs, the Xbox price would still be the way it is.
All you got to do is pay attention to when they did it, right? They didn't do it before. It only happened till now. Yep.
That's it. And they're holding it off for us. They're not even starting it. They're holding it off. Those $80 games? And those are, and let's just be clear here.
Sony and Nintendo didn't wait. They did it right away. Not Xbox.
Exactly. The $80 games, let's just make this clear tonight, too. Those are for big title games. Those are going to be your standard. I know it sucks. It's going to be your standard. But it is what it is. Look, you knew what you were signing yourself to when you wanted to be a gamer. So my question now is this. No, you was talking to me, but now I'm talking to y'all. Were y'all coupon gamers? Were y'all welfare gamers? Really? Deep down? And y'all was just being shady about it? Because now all of a sudden, y'all are bitching and complaining about prices? Was that y'all now? Is that y'all now? Because you don't see legal doing it. I'm ready. I'm ready. Man, what's that game? Man, there's that game. I forgot the name of it. I can't wait to play it. The characters of the Lincoln Clay guy from Mafia 3. What's that game called?
Mind's Eye, right?
Mind's Eye. My man rest. I can't wait to play Mind's Eye. I don't give a damn if Mind's Eye costs $100.
It's from old Rockstar devs too, from GTA.
Right, so I'm buying it. You know why? You know why, Dolomite? Because legal's prepared. Because legal understands that gaming is a luxury. This is why you don't hear words from the legal say stupid shit like this. Because I have enough respect for my gaming culture. You never heard me say stuff like plastic boxes. I don't say stupid shit like that. Because those consoles are created by some beautiful hands and beautiful minds. Those consoles, to operate the way they do, when they put together the way they are, those are beautiful things, man. You can't do it. So what the fuck is you calling something a plastic box? You can't make no damn console, let alone make a video game. You whack for that. That's like you out here with a brand new car. It's just some fiberglass. Who does that shit? You ain't never built no car. You ain't never built no engine. You don't know what it takes to make something spectacular like it is. You don't know about no 12 cylinders. You don't know how to rebuild no engine, no transmission, and put the whole damn thing together. You don't have no car brand that people love. You don't have that. All you have is your little blisters on your fingers that you only socialize through way of text. Because in reality world, you a sucker. You a bitch in reality world. So you only get your energy across microwaves. You don't get your energy in real time. In real time, nobody sees you. You a coward. You stay locked up. You stay hidden in your room. You a little chump in real time. In real time, you get smacked up. You get told to shut the hell up. Speak when spoken to. That's who you are. That's why you never hear me say stupid shit like that. Consoles are just plastic boxes. You don't ever hear me say stuff like that. Shouts to my man J-Man. That's fact. Others Inc. You never hear me say, y'all never heard me say stuff like that. Never. I respect the culture too much. I respect the culture too much, Rain G4. I love video games. Ever since I saw video games in arcades. And I dreamed of just having infinite amount of money to put so many quarters in these games. No matter if I died, I could just keep playing them. That mesmerized me. I got too much respect to call consoles plastic boxes. Nah, man. And to everybody that think PCs ain't made out of plastic, if you're gonna talk bad about consoles, then talk bad about PCs too, because they made out of plastic too. Then damn it, we gonna do it. Plastic is fantastic. Exactly, famo. Shouts to my man Trey Freezy in the building. Freeze in the building. Make them frosty, fam. Hey, freeze tag these sluts out here with these mouths. Freeze tag them, famo. Keep their mouths open. Keep their mouths open, famo. They out here running their mouths, man. Freeze tag them for me. Yo, Talo, some facts, bro. Sad enough, some of our clothes and food have some plastic in it. Sad enough. Sad enough. So show some respect, man. Put some respect on gaming. Look, stop crying. There's no crying in gaming, man. Like Tom Hanks said, there's no crying in baseball. Like Allen Iverson said, practice. We talking practice? We talking practice. To a basketball baller that's averaging 32 a game, you talking about practice. That's how I feel out here. Y'all talking about prices to real gamers? Come on, man. What are y'all doing out here? What'd you say, Rain? See, I told y'all legal street soccer. Look, this was stupid, but yo, for real. Yo, Rain, what are we talking about? Rez, we getting prepared. All you hear me and Rez and if you listen to the talk, even Game Heroes, when I'm talking to these guys, they'll tell you, man, how excited I am about the next console. This is what's got me out here talking. It really ain't nothing else. It's because I see now the light, brother. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. Zinc, it's going to be a beautiful day now for the Xbox community coming forth. It's going to be a day like no other in the gaming streets, man. Trey Freezy says, I've been seeing a lot of fake outrage about Xbox from people who weren't buying any in the first damn place. Bro, facts.
Always, look, man, always.
Why are we fake raging after the 5th year?
It's crazy, dude. I've never seen it before.
It's too easy. If a person right now is buying an Xbox in the 5th year, we not even take them serious. All we saying is jump in. You came in late. Jump in. Pay the late fee. That's what they doing.
That's what it. Yep. Facts. Late fee. Like the blockbuster late fee, fam.
I can care less how much. Right, fam. I can care less how high Xbox is right now. I don't care. It doesn't affect me. I don't care. You can have your dream. You can be a dreamer, like Resident Gamer said. I wish all people could play video games. Exactly. Reality says all people can't play video games. That's the reality. That's what makes it special, because everybody can. That's what makes it special. But Microsoft is trying to reach as many people who can by way of cloud. You don't have to come out here and buy this console. Gaming isn't a price thing. It's an affordable thing. And there's nothing wrong with people who can't afford a console, because there's so many avenues today to play video games. We didn't have this coming up. We didn't have this coming up. I wish I had access like you got access to play video games, because we never took it that serious. We were crossing streets just to play video games. That's what we were doing. You dudes don't even come outside.
They don't even go in the arcade.
You guys come outside, y'all get sick. Y'all catch diseases and stuff. You walk outside, y'all get weak. Sun shine on you. Y'all are like vampires. Start burning up in the sun. You start complaining about how hot it is. Start throwing up as soon as y'all walk outside. The only places y'all know where to go is Walmart. You go in there, you grab you some food, you get some groceries, you head back to your house. Y'all like hamsters, but y'all want to get right back on your PC screens and start texting away to another grown-ass man. Facts tell us we was in the arcades in the 80s where we smash on these clowns. These clowns wouldn't even walk into an arcade dungeon. They'd be petrified. They start peeing in their clothes. Those arcade dungeons are scary.
Silly, man.
I'm talking, Rez, those arcade dungeons were scary back in the day. They were led by people like Jago 6 and other Zeke and them. Those were our leaders back in the day. Those dudes were teenagers when we were little. They were already up in there. You had to go up against them. They made the laws. Every arcade dungeon had its own laws. And if you had to sit in the back of the line and sit back there, you sat back there. They told you, shut up, wait for your turn. You shut up, you waited for your turn. These little suckers today would get their faces knocked out in an arcade dungeon. You wouldn't even know how to be in an arcade dungeon. Man, we came up through those ranks, man. Everybody put their quarters on the dashboard. It was respect there. Nobody took your quarter. You put it there, and the quarters were lined up by the stationary of the line. So you know who was coming next. Yep. It was just the way it was. We talking about prices. We came through it when it was 2 dimes and a nickel. Then it went to a quarter. We thought we were gonna get suicidal when the arcades went to 50 cents. We were tripping off of that. 2 quarters just to play this game? 2 quarters? We were bugging. Damn, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out and they made you pay $1. We damn near lost our mind. Have we not forgot where we come from? We keep gaming. Prices go up, we keep gaming. That's just the way it is, man. You either like it or you don't. What you gonna do about it? Oh, you just gonna complain? Facts. $1.50 for Dragon's Lair. Facts. What y'all gonna do? Just complain? Y'all ain't gonna complain because y'all social media tough guys. You can't be deflated. So you're gonna have to go out here and get broke then. Your light bills and stuff. Now you'll keep your light bill up. You got to keep electricity on, right? So you can play a video game. But everything else is gonna go. You're gonna lose your car. You're gonna lose you'll get your house, no your electricity. That's all. That's it. You catching the bus just because you got a personification about yourself. You got a definition about yourself online. You want everybody to think you got so much. So on default, you're going to go out here and be broke. You got lint in your pockets just to play video games. Just so you can say, hey, look at me. Not legal. If I can't afford it, I just can't afford it. But guess what? I got Gamepass Ultimate. And no matter what happens, those AAA Day 1 games, they dropping right in my pocket. They dropping right in my hand. They dropping right on my TV screen. And I can play them day 1 at my disposal. I love Xbox. Ain't no damn way you can see me dissing Xbox. You dissing Xbox in 2026, you just look stupid doing it. That's just the bottom line. You look stupid doing it. Xbox got the best value in gaming all around the board. Period. And ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave it at that. Spot 117. Not everybody know where they can find you at, man.
Right here on Di-RRec Gaming, in the back, chilling in the cut.
Resident Gamer O. Let them know where they can find you at, fam.
You can find me on here, or you can find me on Twitter at Desert Gamer.
Chat Pat, we love you, man. We love you. Nothing but salute, famos. Nothing but salute. Man, if you don't stop, man. Man, stop, man. Stop, Rain. Yo, shout out to Rain G4 down at the ATL. Shout out to Dolan Knight. Shout out to Other Zinc. Shout out to Talos Reed. Shout out to Ray Chi. Shout out to everybody that came out tonight. J Mac in the building. All of y'all. Eli. All of y'all, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for coming out. 30 below. We shadow bombed y'all tonight, but man, we here. We here. Thanks to everybody that comes in the live chats, joins our mighty chat pat. Thanks to everybody that watched the show from afar. Thanks to everybody who watches the shows after we're done. Thanks to everybody that leaves comments.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thanks to my panels. Shout outs to the Di-RRec Gaming crew, the X League. Shouts to them. Shouts to Spar 117. Shouts to Resident Gamer O. Shouts to Games Traders. Shouts to the realest. Shouts to everybody who's ever set foot and taken their shoes off with clean socks. Di-RRec Gaming. Shout outs to all the women gamers out there. Shout out to the kids out there. Shout outs to the little babies out there that just push buttons and don't know what they're doing, but they're pushing buttons and they're looking at the screen and they're not crying because the video game just calms them down. Shout outs to the little sick children in the hospitals where gaming calms them. Shout outs to the war veterans where gaming takes their minds away and helps them with their post-traumatic syndromes. Shout outs to the grandparents out there where gaming keeps their mind and hand coordination together. Shout out to the special need gamers out there that makes us see that gaming isn't something that we take for granted. Shout outs to gaming, period. That generates real gamers, that generates fake gamers. Yo, we came out here with a responsibility. Each and every time we step on the scene, people, we have a responsibility. We have a duty to do. That's to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. In the meantime, remember to always keep it gaming, no matter what. If you getting out here and you getting personal with people, you a lame. You forgot what it is to be a gamer because you ain't even gaming. You out here having social media beef with people, you a lame. Keep
Not
it
worth
gaming.
it. Yep.
Keep gaming. This is all about video games. Keep it gaming. Don't let nobody take your chain. Don't be tucking your chain in these video game streets. Put your chain. I don't care if all you play is Fortnite. Let that Fortnite chain hang off your neck. Come out here and talk about Fortnite. I don't care if all you do is Call of Duty. I don't care if all you play is Halo. I don't care if Sackboy is your man and all you want to play is Sackboy. I don't care if all you want to play is Mario Brothers and all you want to play is Mario Kart. You don't play nothing else. I don't care if you like PC games and you playing League of Legends and you've been playing that shit for 20-some years. And that's all you play. Don't tuck your chain for nobody. Come out here, represent what you game, represent what you game on, and love what you do. I don't care if you own every platform. I don't care what you do. It has no effect on the new legal for loving what he does on Xbox. Has no effect. I'm going to play on Xbox. I don't care what you do. What's stupid, but and that's right, Other Zinc. And shout out to Phil Spencer for giving us too many games to play. Facts. And Sarah Bond. Shout out to Sarah Bond for passing through all these cool games. Passing them on. Because nothing gets through her, right? Nothing does. Don't Don't tuck your. That's right.
Bill and Sarah, the dastardly duo.
Don't tuck your chain for baby steps. If you going out there, baby steps, represent baby steps. Love
Baby
it.
steps.
And Famo, if y'all are out there buying The Last of Us for the 5th time, because you love it.
5th time.
Play it again and again and again and again. Remasters. Play those remasters. We don't give a damn what you do. We don't. Just remember, represent, because gaming is a showcase. You either gaming or you're not. We're here to bring streets back to gaming and gaming back to streets. I go by the new legal. This has been Di-RRec Gaming. God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night out. Yo, to all my Clipper fans out there, I'm sorry for y'all. I'm sorry. It's not good in LA right now. The Lakers are out. The Clippers are out. And maybe Golden State might be out, but I hope not. But lights out. It could be lights out for California tomorrow night. We don't know yet. The Golden State Warriors are the last ones standing over there in the West. So we'll have to see. Yeah, the Clippers got clipped, bro. Yo, Jokic and them boys, they no joke. Murray's no joke. Yo, look, let me tell y'all something, man. Xbox is going to do some wonderful things. We're just in the first quarter, man. We just got out of the first quarter. We're going into the second quarter this year. Shout outs to the Xbox showcase that's coming out in June 8th. There's going to be a lot to do with Xbox this year.
Yes, sir.
Xbox anniversary, the 25th anniversary. It just ain't going to stop. And then the year after that, the new Xbox. We out of here, people. Should I say it? Yeah, I'll say it.